Hello YouTube, welcome back to another Dead by Daylight video, and today we're going to be doing a little different video that I actually didn't plan on recording this weekend, but we're going to be doing a tier list on all the survivors in the game, and basically give you what I think about them, how I like them, what I don't like about them, do I care for them, do I love them, all that jazz. And yeah, pretty simple. Let's just get right into it. Starting out with Dwight, OG survivor. But if I can be honest, and it's kind of a spoiler how this is going to go for most of the male characters in this, I really just think he's alright. I like his design. He's kind of like a nerd. I haven't really read up on his lore, but he's alright. I don't really care for Dwight that much, but I don't hate him. He is a character I would be wanting to read the lore on, so he's alright. Meg, I think Meg is great. I actually did read Meg's lore years ago, and I actually really liked it. I like how she is a runner. She cares about her. I think it was her sick mom. I like Meg. I like her cosmetics. I like her lore. I like her design. I think she's pretty great. I don't think I would say I'm a Meg main, but I actually really like Meg a lot. Claudette, I think I would say goes into probably the top of alright so far. And now that I think about it, I might put Dwight in to be honest. But I'll make some adjustments as we go on. Yeah, I think Claudette's alright. I haven't read fully on Claudette's lore. I did start a little bit of it a couple years ago and haven't continued it. But I like Claudette's design. I like some of her cosmetics. I feel like most of them kind of miss then hit. But I do like Claudette's design. I do like how she's a botanist. I think, like I said, it's been years since I read about her lore. But I like her design. I like some of her cosmetics. So I think, yeah, let me put Dwight back into and I'll put Claudette in alright. Jake, I'm gonna be honest, I do not care for. I like his lone wolf persona, but I don't like his cosmetics. I'm alright for his base design. Yeah, I could not care less about Jake. I don't want to know more about him. And yeah, Nia, I actually like a lot. I like her rebellious type of character. I don't think she's alright. I'm gonna put her here for now. I think she's alright. I like her character. I like her lore. How she's like kind of like a loose cannon, right? I like her cosmetics. I feel like she has a very good selection of cosmetics. Her base design is like a tomboy. I like it. And yeah, Nia, I think honestly I would definitely say top of alright so far. Okay, now we're gonna get into the difficult part of this tier list when we start talking about these licensed characters, because Laurie Strode is one of my favorite I guess you could say horror protagonists ever, competing with Sidney Prescott. And I love Laurie. So I think we have our first peak character. She was my first ever main in this game. Before I even played DBD, the Halloween chapter was the first one I bought because I knew I was gonna be playing Laurie. I love Laurie. I love the Halloween movies. I really wish we could somehow get more like Halloween content in this game, but unfortunately we can't because they only have the license for the first Halloween movie. But I love Laurie so much. I wish he could get more cosmetics. And yeah, nothing else really to say. Just peak. Ace, gonna be quick. Don't care. Perks are trash. Cosmetics are trash. I don't care for Ace. Bill, I know nothing about Left 4 Dead, but I would say he goes into the I don't say I don't care for Bill because I actually would see myself playing a Left 4 Dead game or even reading up on Bill's lore. I would say Bill's I don't really care for him that much, but it's not to the point where I'm like never gonna dive deeper into Bill and the Left 4 Dead. Okay, next up, Fong Min. Spoiler, going into peak for sure. Probably my favorite non-licensed character in the game. I love Fong. She's a character that I actually relate to personally. She's a gamer, she's a streamer, she wants to be the best, she's competitive. I love her. I love her cosmetics. I love her design. I love that she's a gamer. Just everything about her, I just love. And even when she in her lore, when she goes down the alcohol path, it's just in the feels. So yeah, I love Fong. See, this is where it gets hard because it's like I want to make Loki a different tier for like the licensed characters because it's just not fair, right? Because like I've been with Laurie way more in the Halloween movies. I love Laurie more than Fong, but she's a licensed character that's not from this game, so it's not really fair, right? But we'll keep it for now. I may make adjustments later, but yeah, Fong I would definitely say is by far my favorite original character in the game. David's actually pretty cool. I actually liked it. I haven't read up on his lore, but he is a pretty cool dude. I think I heard, I may be wrong, but he's like a fighter, and he's actually pretty raw. I actually really like him, and he's like Canadian, I think. I think, and I automatically makes him pretty cool. So yeah, David is their character. I would definitely like to read up on, and for sure his cosmetics are pretty tight, I would say. And I like his base design. I love his like Wolverine look that he has in the game. That's awesome. So yeah, David is pretty fine, I would say. Got our next licensed character, which is Quentin, and this is tough because the Nightmare on Elm Street reboot movie is alright, but I do like Kyle Gardner as Quentin. I would say I like him more than that movie's Nancy for sure. So I think he's actually pretty great, pretty good. So I'd say he goes into the great category. I would say sucks that he got no cosmetics, but just thinking of the character Quentin from the movie, I would say I liked him a lot, and he goes into the great category. Loki. Detective Tapp. I love Saw. If you guys don't know, I'm a huge Saw fan, and I love Danny Glover. I think that was his name, Danny Glover, as Detective Tapp in the original Saw movie. Sucks that he got killed in the movie, but I did like him a lot. And honestly, even though I don't play him that much, I think I would put him into probably the top of great, honestly, or of alright. I don't think I like him more than do I like him more than Quentin? I think I do. I might swap these actually. Yeah, let's swap them. Put him top of great, or not top of great, bottom of great so far. Yeah, Tech pretty cool character. I like him a lot. And I like him a lot more in the video game too, where he has the obsession with Jigsaw even more, and it's more apparent in the video game. I know it's probably not canon, but it is still nice. Kate is probably, I'm just gonna say probably top of great. Honestly, I love Kate. Move Meg, and she is like the mother of DBD in my opinion, the mother of the Survivor crew. She's just like this positive P, and I feel like it's like hard to dislike Kate. She's got some amazing cosmetics. I love her lore. I think she is one of the other ones I did read earlier on. And yeah, there's nothing really else to say about Kate. She's great. I love how she's a musician. She was kind of like the prototype before Yunjin, first musician artist related character in DBD. And yeah, Kate's awesome. I love Kate. I would definitely consider her one of my like side mains. But I can honestly see Kate probably being like my next P100. That's how much I like Kate. Adam's pretty raw. I like Adam. I love how he's a teacher. I think he was like a teacher in Japan. It's pretty cool. He's got a cool design with the professor jacket and all that. I like Adam. I can also, like, out of all the male characters, besides like the licensed ones, spoiler alert, Adam probably would be that one that I actually probably would be playing a lot more. Because he's got some pretty cool cosmetics. He's a pretty cool character, even though I haven't read up on all his lore. But I love the fact that he's a teacher. So Adam, I would definitely say I like him more than Claudette. Do I like him more than Nia? No, I don't think I do. I think I put him smack dab in the middle of all right. Jeff, to be honest, I don't care about Jeff at all. I'd probably say top of don't care because he has a dog and he's Canadian, so he's automatically awesome. But yeah, I'd say I just don't care for Jeff, to be honest. Jane is pretty interesting. She's a talk show host, I believe. I like her design. She has some pretty solid cosmetics. I haven't read up on the lore, but Jane, I would say, is pretty alright. I wouldn't say I love her. I wouldn't say I hate her. I think I would say she goes probably bottom of alright. Ash. So I haven't seen any of the old Evil Dead movies or the TV series. I did see, however, Evil Dead Rise, the most recent Evil Dead movie, but of course that doesn't have Bruce Campbell Ash in it. I did play the Evil Dead game. It was awesome. But I'm not really attached to this character like how other people are because I haven't watched any of the old Evil Dead stuff. So I am interested though, however. I will say that I am interested. So I think because of that, I'll probably put him in the alright tier. We have a lot of alright characters. But I am interested in... Actually, I'll put him at the top of A. Because... Yeah, that's fine. Alright. Next up, Nancy from Stranger Things. I love Nancy. I feel like she is kind of alright in the earlier seasons, season 1. But then season 2, season 3, season 4, I feel like she's great. I love Nancy and her character development. And we'll get to the character with better character development than Nancy, I would say, next. But yeah, I love Nancy. We have our next peak character. And it's not even close. I love Nancy. Do I say that I love her more than Fong? I mean, I gotta, like... I guess I do, but it's just only because I've been with her for 4 seasons, right? And I only know so much about Fong and her lore because they've only released so much. So I think I would have to say I like Nancy more than Fong, even though Fong I do actually have P100. Nancy I don't. Well, no, we're gonna do this. Just based off of how I treat them in the game. Like I don't play Nancy that much, even though I love her character. So yeah, we'll do this. Steve is the GOAT. Major character development in Stranger Things. I love Steve. I forgot the actor's name. Joe Kittery, I think. He is so great. And Steve is so... Again, if he's one of the male characters in the game that I would actually like main, honestly. And yep, we have another peak right here. If you can notice a trend in the peak, and it's definitely a lot of licensed characters, but that'll change. Next up, Yui. Yui is the best. Yui is such a baddie in both ways. A street racer who also stands up for her friends, who doesn't back down. Bro, she is so cool. And ladies and gentlemen, we have our second original character in Peak. And I would honestly say I do play Yui a lot more than Nancy and Steve. And yeah, Yui's just awesome, dude. She is so sick, so raw. Like, I need to know more about Yui, man. Like, again, she's another character that I would definitely P100. Alright. Next up, Zarina. Zarina is interesting and holds a special place in my heart because Zarina, Chains of Hate, that chapter was the first chapter that came out when I was actively playing DBD. So, and I remember I had bought her, used her perks. I remember thinking that Red Herring was trash, it still is, but yeah, this holds a special place in my heart because first chapter that I played active when it was that actively released. So I love Zarina, another character that I would P100, and I would honestly say she is going to surpass Kate in the Great. I do think that some of her cosmetics are alright. I wish she was better in that department. Her lore is very cool, very interesting. I want to know more. And yeah, Zarina is awesome. Cheryl. Oh, I love Cheryl. I do. I haven't played Silent Hill 3, but I love Cheryl. Cheryl was one of my early mains. Back when I started in 2019. Cheryl, Laurie, Fong, and spoiler alert, Yunjin were like my 4 original mains that I isolated playing back then. And yeah, Cheryl's awesome. Like, from what I know about her, she's sick, dude. Freaking, like, she's like supernatural and stuff like that, competing with like her in-universe like gods or something like that. I don't know. I want to play Silent Hill, but it's just like so hard to play nowadays. That's why I'm hoping for a Silent Hill 3 remake soon. But Cheryl's awesome. I would definitely say I haven't played her like at all recently. I definitely should change that, because oh my god, I can't even think of the last time I saw Cheryl. But Cheryl's great. I would say probably here. Felix, to be honest, do not care for. I do like how him and the next characters, Lore, are intertwined. Him and Elodie. That is actually pretty cool. So I would say he's at the top of don't care, to be honest. Well, actually, no. I would say because I do like his lore. He's a family man. I think he's an architect. Again, him and Ellie's lore is intertwined, and it's actually pretty cool. I would be more interested in learning about him. Cosmetics are but yeah, in terms of the lore, I'm definitely interested in learning about him. Since we're talking about him, let's go on to the next character, Elodie. Elodie's pretty cool. I like her, but her cosmetics just suck, man. That's the only thing that really stops me from playing Elodie. So I'm gonna pair her with Felix and put her in the second place for Yeah, it's just because I love her lore. It's actually pretty sick. Again, I like how her and Felix are intertwined, but her cosmetics hold her back greatly, in my opinion. Alright, Yunjin. The first chapter that I actually was following on DBD Twitter, and all kill that whole chapter. So this chapter holds an even more special place in my heart than Chains of Hate. So Yunjin, obviously, it's gonna go into peak. I love her lore, love her character, how she's so selfish, only thinks about herself. Her cosmetics are amazing. One of my mains, one of the P100s I actually have in game. Yunjin's awesome, and I love how she's, again, our second music related character in the game. And I love her whole selfish, I'm in it for myself personality. I love it. Yunjin is awesome. Alright, now we're gonna get to a streak of unfairness. Are you ready for this? Jill Valentine, peak. Not even gonna spend too much time on that. I love Jill. I love Resident Evil 3. Love Resident Evil as a whole. And since we're on the topic, Leon, gonna go on peak as well. And we can boss them together. They're amazing. I love Jill a little bit more than Leon. I hope she comes back. But Leon is sick and raw as hell. And yeah, these two, honestly, like, one of the best chapters DVD definitely released for sure. And again, nothing really else to say other than cosmetics are great. Resident Evil is great. Love them. Peak cinema. Mikaela, if you know, you know. Mikaela is one of my favorite survivors in the game for sure. Definitely in contention for my next P100. And she's honestly probably gonna go... Oh, man. I think I gotta put her here, honestly. Because of her lore. I love her lore. I love her character. I love her design. Her cosmetics are amazing. Just everything about Mikaela is S tier. And again, if you know, you know. We'll get into it later with another character. But yeah, it's just unfair that the licensed characters are just that much better than DBD's original characters. It's not fair. That's why I want to make a whole different tier. But Jonah, speed round, don't care. Yoichi, actually pretty cool because I have seen the original Ringu movie, and seeing a DBD take on an adult Yoichi is actually pretty cool. so I think I'll put him probably here-ish. Hattie is actually an underrated character. You probably heard it before. I love Hattie. I don't play her nearly enough, but she is actually a pretty cool character. I think she probably should go probably top of all right next to Quentin. Yeah, Hattie's cool. Her cosmetics are pretty solid, I would say. Her lore is pretty interesting with like the multiverse and stuff like that. Ada, again, she's gonna go above Leon. Rebecca gonna go below Leon. Actually, I think I would probably say this. Actually, no, I probably wanted to probably put Rebecca probably down here, honestly. Now that I think about it, Rebecca's cool, but I definitely don't like her more than any of these characters up here. Vittorio, don't care. What's the last name? I forgot the last name, but Hinata. I cannot speak right now. I've been speed talking. Talita and Hinato. Talita is one of my favorite survivors. I love the siblings. How that's the first time ever we've seen it. It's awesome. I love their lore. I think they are gonna go top. Yeah, they're gonna go into great. Or she's gonna go into great. Hinato is gonna go probably here. Yeah. Yeah, I love them. The cosmetics are great. They're starting to get more cosmetics nowadays, which is good. I'm happy for that. Gabriel, I do not care for, but the lore is actually kind of interesting. So I'd probably put him here. Nick Cage, I mean, Nick freaking Cage, right? That's definitely peak. Or actually, I'll put, yeah, he's definitely peak. I'd probably put him like here. Ripley. I have seen the original Alien movie. I do think it is only okay. I will say that. I think it's kind of overrated. But I do love Ripley. Ripley is awesome. And shoot, man. I'd probably put her above Cheryl, to be honest. Yeah. I like Ripley a lot. Her cosmetics are, but, I mean, it's a licensed character. What can you expect? And with a space movie. So, Alan Wake. I actually have not played Alan Wake the game. So, I don't really want to give a full opinion. So, let's make an Alan Wake tier just because I haven't played anything regarding Alan Wake. And I kind of did the same thing for Bill. We'll put him bottom of here. I do have the games and I do want to play them. Where is she? Sable. Let me delete this row actually. She, honestly, one of the best characters. I love her lore, love her relationship to Michaela, and she's just the best character in the game. Enough said. Sable. Bards, don't care for. Yeah, I mean, I would low-key be more interested in playing D&D than learning about any of these characters, so probably the top of don't care for. Lara Croft, one of my favorite favorite fictional characters ever. I love Lara. She, do I love her more than Leon? That's tough. I think I'll put her here. That's real tough. She's definitely in peak. I just don't know where. Lara Croft, Tomb Raider. I have so much history with. Tomb Raider was one of the original games, one of the first games I ever played, and it's just stuck with me. I talked about it in one of my other videos when Lara Croft was coming out for the first time in DVD. So if you want to hear the full story, go to one of those videos. But yeah, Lara Croft means so much to me, and I love her so much. I'm so glad she's in the game. Castlevania, Trevor. I do low-key want to watch it, but I'm gonna be honest, I really don't care for him. Isn't he like Dracula's son or something? I don't know. I'd probably put him bottom here. And then Tari is pretty awesome. I love how she's like next to Yunjin as like a quote unquote bad survivor. So that's pretty interesting. And I'd probably say bottom of grades. And yeah, with that, we have gone through all of the current survivors in the game. We shouldn't have another survivor coming out for another couple months. So yeah, this is my list. Let me know what you guys think. Who's your favorite top number one survivor in the game that you love and absolutely care for? Licensed and original. How about that? And yeah, with that, we will end this video, and I will see you guys in the next one. See you guys for 2v8.